This is the Finlandia Report. We're here with Matt Marchel, women's hockey coach. Matt, we want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk about your season.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You know, not the record you wanted this year with just the one win, but I think it's safe to say that we did not lose games for a lack of effort. We had 8 games that we lost by a goal or 2 goals or less, 3 goals or less, excuse me. So how do you think your season went?
Obviously a record wasn't what we wanted it to be, but we did battle. I'll give the girls that, and you're right there. You obviously did your research. We just didn't score enough goals. We played better hockey than we've ever been playing. We defended better than we've ever defended, and we have more possession than we ever have. So, from a benchmark standpoint, we had a good year. We played some good hockey, but obviously not making playoffs, only getting a couple wins there. It's disappointing, but the hockey we're playing is definitely a step in the right direction.
Now, we had some first-year players that really shined this year for us, such as Taylor Pingray and Malone Hebert, among others. Let's talk a little bit about some of those players and what they will bring to this program down the road.
Yeah, we had a good freshman class this year. Like you said, Pingray and Malone there were awesome for us. Pingray has a real high upside as far as offensive ability, and Malone is one of the most responsible players we have. She's super smart, and you get smart hockey players, and you put them with other players, and it just makes everyone around them better. So you can see that out of Malone. I can see that from day one, that she brings that maturity level and just that smart hockey. So and another one, India Charles as well, was a first-year player for us who played some monster minutes on the blue line, and she's going to be a beast. She's going to be in our leadership group next year, and you can just see she's got a lot of ability in a lot of areas, and she as an overage player coming in, she's a little bit more mature than these other girls, and she's got some things figured out, and she's got a high upside.
I think I'd be a little remiss if we didn't talk about the amazing Anna Smitty. I mean, and Sarah Gundry right behind her is a different goalie, but they're both very strong goalies.
Yeah, we got a great 1-2 punch there. Smitty was our MVP for a reason, right? She kept us in a lot of games that we didn't have any business in, and she was awesome as far as her attitude and her demeanor, right? She's just stone cold all the time, and that's what you want in a starting goalie. And then Gunnar is awesome as well. She stepped in a lot of games and played some pretty good hockey. She's a gamer. She gets in there and battles and does a great job. And the girls have equal trust in both of them. So it's a tough problem to have, as far as figuring things out for me, but it's a great problem to have as well.
Now, we talk about we only lose 4 players, but when you have Natasha Kern and Caitlin Siegel and Callan Morris and Sarah Hawkins, you're talking about 4 kids that are among the top 6 in school history in games played. How do you replace that?
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, they played some big minutes. I mean, the minutes that Hawk and Caitlin log back there on the blue line are invaluable, right? They play so many minutes and so many hard minutes for us. That's going to be tough. The maturity they bring and just the passion to win they bring is awesome. And like I said, on and off the ice, it's going to be tough to replace them. And then same with Currency and Calzone there. Once these players become seniors, they start to get some things figured out, and so there's just no replacing that senior leadership and that attitude and that kind of mental game with freshmen. That's the tough part. On the ice, who knows? We bring in some high talent, we get that, but as far as part of a hockey team goes, it's really hard to replace. And obviously, Currency scored a lot of goals for us. Calzone was our top penalty killer for the last 2 years for sure. So there's some big shoes to fill on not only the back end but on the front end. And we got a good freshman class coming in that I think we can replace that on the ice. But again, off the ice, these kids are awesome and super fun to be around. They got the right idea as far as what we're kind of trying to accomplish. So it's going to be tough. They're all going to graduate here and move on. But it's a big hole to fill.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck next year. We want to thank you for taking time out with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Finlandia Report, brought to you by the Sports Information Office.